Welcome. Hello, this is Ryan of Happy Healthy Vegan coming to you approximately a couple minutes before 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time here on the west coast of California. And this is my regular weekly Friday live stream. So if you're new, I don't think you'd be new here right at the beginning, but you could be watching this after the fact. So you're not watching live, but still hello to you nonetheless. And remember that I stream every Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So if you're not watching live today, come by next week if you can. And I try to do midweek live streams as well. I don't accomplish that every week, but when I do, I sometimes try to come on way earlier. So if you are watching, like, say, from Europe and fast asleep right now, you might be able to catch me if you don't go to bed too early. If I do a midweek live stream for me starting like at noon. But anyway, that doesn't matter to you. I want to say hello to everyone. Thanks for being here. On Friday live streams, as the title implies, you can ask a vegan anything. I'm a long-term vegan. I consider myself long-term. I've been vegan for over 11 and a half years. This will be my 12th year in a couple months, and I'm about to turn 55 in 9 days. So next Friday will be my last live stream as a 54-year-old. So that'll be an interesting one. I saw that Sarah said she sent me a present already to the P.O. box. So thank you, Sarah. And I will, I'm anxiously, gladly, can't wait to see that. So I'll go to the P.O. box late next week, as you said. Hey, Tracy the Vegan's here. Awesome. Good to see you, Tracy. And I see a lot of our Happy Fam here, including Tracy. Tracy is not only a moderator, she's one of our Happy Fam. That's the channel members. If you might be wondering why some people might have like green names and a little badge next to them, those are our channel members. I saw Fu Man Poo, he was the first one I saw. Hope you're feeling better there, Poo, sounds like it. And Tin Man and VLAM, good to see you guys. Yeah, we did our first channel members only live stream Wednesday. And thanks for everyone for participating. It was so fun. And Angie and I had a great time. Yeah, Angie was sitting here with me the whole time. And I just apologize I wasn't able to work out the technical situation to get Zoom audio. We got the video working, but either I could hear the guests or you could hear the guests, but we couldn't get it both ways. So I will try to iron that out for next time. Yeah, streaming live audio on Macs is a little more tricky, but I can do it. I'm an audio engineer. I'm up to the task. Hey, Red Brian, I'm glad you liked my debunking the false statements by the chiropractor. I could have even done a better job. I just should have mentioned, I should have mentioned, like he's basing his entire opinion on the experience of two clients and his experience at Outback Steakhouse. Like, how about scientific studies, for instance, like the mountain of science that shows the healthful benefits of eating plants, that carrots are not inflammatory and Brussels sprouts don't cause all these things. But anyway, yeah, I could have done a better job. I'm glad you guys appreciate what I did there. And I guess I'm super critical. I always after I complete a video, I go, I should have said this, that, and the other thing. I'll mention like 80% of the stuff I wanted to talk about, but I don't write a script out. I just kind of keep it up here. Anyway, I sometimes hit a better home run, and sometimes I'll hit a double or something like that. Anyway, that's fine, Tracy. I know you are a busy person, but thanks for being here, and thanks everyone else for being here too. So yeah, on Fridays, it's Ask a Vegan Anything, and also, as the title implies, if you are not vegan or even anti-vegan, you can actually come here if you're polite and not an a-hole, and ask questions and even try to debunk veganism if you feel you have the goods on vegan. So anyway, we will all anxiously await to see if anyone does that. We all want to know, right? Will veganism survive another week, or will it fall tonight? So I'm kind of betting, I'm hedging my bets. I'm betting that veganism will probably survive after tonight, but we'll see. Maybe someone will come and end it all for us. So anyway, we will see. So hopefully we'll get someone to try to debunk veganism. Hey, Johnny, I saw you in the chat before the stream. I was going to hop on, but I wanted to just say hello to you in person here rather than just typing it in. I'm glad you're back from your Army basic training. Gosh, that was 10 weeks for you, the longest 10 weeks of your life. So we're super happy to have you back here, Johnny, and I hope you survived that okay. And let us know, how was that being in a controlled environment where you have fewer options to eat, I imagine, and how did that work out? Let me know how was that as far as being able to avoid meat and dairy and eggs and all that. Oh, the hair. Thanks, Tracy. No, I'm actually gonna get it cut. I'm just like, I just didn't do any of the dumb stuff I often do to kind of give it that wave. I just, I didn't put any mousse in, but and I actually, I told you I was probably gonna color it for closer to my birthday, and I did it. I don't know if you can see, it's kind of got this reddish orangey kind of thing going on. It's just I didn't really dye it. It's just like a coloring conditioner. I've just been putting it on every day. The hair gets a little more red each time. But yeah, I'm going to get it cut next week. It's just kind of growing out kind of too bobby, like a bob, looking. So I'm going to get it trimmed a little bit and get it styled a little bit. But it's cool. I can still push it back and stuff like that. But yeah, you guys didn't come here for my hair. Hey, Uncle Walt. Yeah, good to see Uncle Walt. Yeah, we're wondering the same thing. How is he? Easy. Is it to be vegan while in army boot camp or military boot camp? So cool. I'm glad you guys are digging the hair here. But yeah, I'm just going to get a little trim. I haven't got one in like maybe 3-4 months. And I think they can style it a little more to my liking and let it grow out again. And I want to say thank you, Johnny, for the super chat tip there. By the way, thanks for being here for one, and thank you for the super chat tip there. And it looks like Vegan Metalhead also just did a super chat tip over in Streamlabs. Hello, I'm not getting drunk tonight. Here's $3 for my 26th birthday tomorrow. Well, you might want to reconsider the not getting drunk tonight because you know how we have our little drinking game when I say, when I show the definition of veganism, say, or if I say poop, or if I show the position of the Academy of Nutrition Dietetics we drink, I have a sound now to try to remind you guys. So this will be the sound for tonight. I might change it up in the future. I probably will, but I found this one for now. Just a little ding. So if you hear that, little ding, it will all get our drinks out, be it alcohol or water in my case, or whatever you got, cannabis, whatever you want to do to participate in every time I have to show these things I need to show every time. I guess that 1,000 calories from 8 food categories, the animalvisuals.org thing too is in that category now too. But yeah, anyway, I got some new sound effects here. So I introduced one of them last week, but I added 2 more of my own sounds today. So we'll see how they play into it. But hopefully they'll be funny and appropriate when necessary. Produce Not Pills, of course, we game for your vegan brain frog. It's vegan brain frog, actually, because we can't even pronounce words properly. And my balding here, yeah, not bad, huh? Considering I'm 54 and 9 days short of 55. I'm doing pretty good. Considering VD has made a couple videos about how I'm bald and stuff. So not bad. Look at this big fluffy hair, man. That's why I gotta get it cut. It's just this big fluffy bob, I just kind of wanted to be cut more on I don't know, we'll see. I have some ideas. Let's see. Ryan does acid promos like for LSD. No, I don't do that. But if you want to just drink or have some cannabis food, man, that's what I would recommend. Let's see. Epsom salts. My hair looks more wavy than it does in the LSD promo pictures. Yeah, I think my hair was not as wavy back then. I think it's because it was so thick back then. I had extremely thick hair, like the thickest hair imaginable. I think when it's thick like that, my hair just gets really straight because it's heavy. Now that I'm bald, according to like the anti-vegans, my hair has a bit more wave to it. Daniel, ever wanted to join the military? No, man. I admire people like Johnny that and others I know that have served or are about to serve. In Johnny's case, yeah, I just never considered that a path for me. I don't think I could do like the physical stuff. I'm like way too tall, right? Don't you have to like crawl under things and stuff? I don't know. I don't think I ever. Even back when I was younger, I was way less athletic and physical than I am now in my 50s, believe it or not. I don't think I could have done all that stuff. I don't think I could have climbed up a wall, pulling up my big 6'4.5" body with until recently, I never really worked on upper body strength. So I was pulling up a lot of weight without any force to pull you up with. Anyway. But yeah, good question. What's that? Produce Not Pills do? I just saw my mouse move. Wait, this is weird. What's going on in my computer right now? Hang on one second, guys. This is not right. Okay. All right. What the hell is going on? Okay. Oh, I know what's going on. I put my water bottle on my trackpad. I thought like someone hacked into my live stream or something like that. Okay, one second, guys. I went from like sheer panic there to not panic. All right. So anyway. All right. What was that? I was answering produce not pills question. Let's see. Do I think you are giving your baby poison by giving him cooked millet? Yeah, all plants are poison, right? If you don't know what I'm talking about, watch the video that I put out yesterday responding to a chiropractor who kind of puts himself out there as some kind of health expert slash doctor, medical doctor, who said plants are poison and plants are punishing us for eating them. That's why they have all these lectins and oxalates and, these anti-nutrients. So we're poisoning ourselves. 11 and a half years of poison-based diet here. And this is what happens if you eat poison for 11 and a half years and you're in your 50s. You might look like this, Take that for what it is, if that's a good thing or bad thing. But this is the result of 11 and a half years being in my mid-50s, eating nothing but poison for all that time. Yeah, Dr. Schmidt. That's right, Peter. Exactly. That's who I responded to. So what I missed from Johnny there. Wow, there's a guy who's 6'6" who trained with you. Oh my goodness. Well, he's probably a lot stronger than I am, I'm guessing, huh? I don't know, but I don't think I could have done it. And plus, my parents were really pushing me when I was in high school to like go to college and become some kind of professional or something like that, make a bunch of money or something like that. So yeah, they weren't really talking to me about me serving in the military, but my dad did. He served during, my parents are older, they're born in the 30s and 40s, 30s actually. And yeah, he served in for the U.S. military, for the United States in the Korean-American conflict post-World War II. Let's see, produce not pills. Dr. Schmidt, he is a doctor of chiropractic. He's not a medical doctor. He is a chiropractor. If you're a chiropractor, you have a doctor of chiropractic, which he has. It's funny how he says he has his patients, but he's not like working on their spines or bones. He's like, consulting them on like how to eat or something like that. So anyway, let's see. So do we have any good questions here? I may have missed a few here. Yeah, I bet a guy training Johnny with you that was 6'6" will stand out because of his height. That's even taller than me. I'd have to look up to him a little bit there. Let's see, VLAM. Hey, good to see you out there. How you doing there in Hong Kong? Are you a little more awake today? I remember last Wednesday you were you're just barely getting up, huh? You bought some secondhand clothes recently. Turns out one of them is made from silk. Ah, bummer. My fault I didn't check the label. Are you still vegan? Yeah, I mean, my take on this. Yeah, I don't think there's a right or wrong answer. It's not like binary, yes, no, black, right, wrong, moral, immoral. I think you got to make a decision. How do you feel about wearing silk? If you have it on, that's how I feel. If I were to wear like that, I'd be kind of tacitly or implying like this is okay. Let's not worry about this or something like that. I would prefer not to do that. But if you have no other option, if you're going somewhere, it's like a silk only party. I don't know what you can do then. Let's see. I bet you have plenty of basic training stories. So bottom line, Johnny, tell us what it was like being, maybe you answered this and I didn't see it and I apologize, but what was it like being able to eat vegan in Army basic training or military, I forgot, was it the Army? What was it like? I guess that part's not the most important part as far as I'm concerned, but what was it like to be able to eat and not have to eat cruelty? How did that work out for you? I'm just curious. Did they even offer you anything or were you screwed? Did people give you any any crap for it? Like giving you, here's one. Did people say anything like this to you?
Ha ha, take that, vegans. The doctor said meat's healthy for me.
Anyone give you any kind of load of nonsense like that? Let us know. Yeah, Uncle. Yeah, I was telling you yesterday in the live chat on the video premiere about the chiropractor. Yeah, he's not the first chiropractor I've had to respond to that's just giving out like just extremely questionable nutrition advice. Like, why would you get your nutrition advice from a chiropractor? Like, why would you get it from me? We both studied it, just on an amateur level for the most part. I don't consider myself a nutrition expert, but yeah, to have a chiropractor come out and say plants are poison, maybe we should listen to like a food scientist, biologist, biochemist, epidemiologist. People have actually looked into the matter more than burping after going to Outback Steakhouse. Like, really? That's how you're going to form your opinion here? That and your two patients that lost weight and their acne went away. Therefore, all plants are poison. All people, don't eat carrots. Don't eat celery, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts. That crap's going to kill you. Eat 22 ounces of porterhouse steak. Right. Yeah, I'm with you, Tracy. I'm not bagging on all chiropractors, but they need to stay in their lane, which is working on your bones and back, issues, alignments, things like that. That's their wheelhouse. That's what they are trained to do. They are not trained to proclaim that all plants are poison. I mean, that's like having your auto mechanic say that. Hey, I'm fixing your car, and by the way, all plants are poison. Like that your auto mechanic has just as much weight or, importance or truth in saying something about nutrition as a chiropractor does, because they all have zero formal training in education. Again, anything. Pick any profession, a lawyer, a computer programmer. None of these people have training in the relevant training to make such proclamations. But yeah, Samuel, going back to VLAM, saying, yeah, if you can take that silk clothing back to the store, yeah, I think that would be the best situation. I told you, like, I found some old shoes I got in college that had leather, and they're really good shape. I consider, should I wear them? No, I can't, like, consent that this is all right. So yeah, I think I gave them to Goodwill or something like that. Hey, Graven Babies, good to see you, Graven Babies. Okay, so anyway, let's see. What is Johnny? So Johnny about being vegan during his boot camp in the military. Well, I was basically screwed. Oh my goodness. So I had to figure something out. It's kind of hard to put it into words for you. Wow, if you could make a long story short, like, what did you do? I knew people that were post boot camp. They weren't vegan in boot camp, but after they were in the, they got into whatever they were doing in the military, they went vegan, and they said they're able to do it fine. But I know in boot camp, you're in a more controlled environment. You don't have as many luxuries and options as a non-boot camp military person has. So yeah, if you want to share what it's like, I'm totally interested. If not, I totally understand. If it's too much to get into, I totally get it. Oh, Simply Vivo. So you're saying I'm not allowed to wear this shirt? How does this make you hate me? This is a true fact. I mean, if this true fact bothers you, that's on you. I'm just saying, hey, how is it insincere for me to say, inauthentic for me to say, hey, my food doesn't scream? It's true. When I eat, when I had my banana smoothie this morning, there's no, slaughtering or exploiting the bananas or anything like that. So it's a true fact. I mean, if my wearing this makes you uncomfortable, maybe that has something to do with what's going on up in here for you, not for me, because I'm totally cool and passive saying this. Are you saying I shouldn't wear this? Is this why you hate vegans? Because I chose to wear a shirt? That's not offensive. There's no like 4-letter words here. I'm not saying non-vegans suck. Like if you're a meat eater, you're a bad person, and F you low-life scum. It doesn't say that. It just says my food doesn't scream. I'm just making a simple, judgment-free statement about my life. What you do with your life is independent of how I live. I mean, yeah, we're all connected in some way here on this planet, but I'm saying the decisions I make here, they're not your decisions. So if your decisions bring guilt up in you, again, that's on you. And maybe ask yourself, why might you feel some guilt about animals screaming for you, or at least in not about you directly, but having been slaughtered so you can eat them later. So let me know what's wrong with that. I don't know if it's provocating. I'm just wearing a shirt that has a true fact about reality. Again, I'm not lying. This is a true fact about reality, and the words are not offensive. They wouldn't get banned or anything like that. They wouldn't get blocked by a swear words filter or anything like that. If it makes you uncomfortable, you might want to ask yourself, why do you feel a little uneasy when you read this? Because I'm just sitting here being totally cool, being chill, not being judgmental, and you come here and judge me for wearing a shirt that makes you uncomfortable. So ask yourself, why might you feel uncomfortable about this shirt? Tell me. Yeah, trying to turn their algorithm around on me. Like, I don't have the right to wear a shirt, that says this. Do I need to check in with non-vegans or anti-vegans about which shirts are acceptable? Do I need to pre-clear my message before I do a live stream in case it might offend some baby eyes that can't handle a phrase that's completely dickish? It's just a true fact about my life. My food didn't scream. If yours screamed and it bothers you, maybe you should consider where that source of bother is coming from. Vegan Saxon, I avoided your question. No, I was answering this other person's question. So again, I want people to know, even though I might come across as extremely intelligent, bright, and witty, I'm not omniscient. I don't see every last comment, every last thing. Sometimes I don't even look at the comments for a while as I'm answering questions. So what I'm trying to say is, you can always leave a super chat tip. I'll see it for sure, but that's not necessary. But that's one way to get some words in my face. I recommend asking it a second time. If you know how to copy and paste, you can do that. Don't do it every 5-10 seconds. Don't spam, but ask it again. People do this all the time. I'm a very simple man and I don't see every last thing that you guys type in. So ask your question again. Dre Starman, time to go shirtless, Ryan, to keep my vegan card. What? Oh, I got to take my shirt off because the shirt offends people? Produce not pills. Am I groovy? I think I'm groovy. Let's see. So, a shirtless stream. No, I don't think we're ready for a shirtless stream right now. No, we're not that kind of stream. I always laugh when I see these keto, low carb, carnivore males, very often making videos with their shirts off, and fruitarians. What's up with that? I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but I don't understand why is your shirt off for? It seems kind of weird. Do you go out like that? Do you go to the store with your shirt off? You go shopping with your shirt off? You go to the post office with your shirt off? It just seems kind of weird. Not to say, I take my shirt off obviously when I go surfing, when I go to the beach, I'm working out in the garage and stuff like that. But Anyway, what's that, VLAM? Animals scream when they get tortured and killed. Excellent and very true point. Is that should she not say that because it might offend some people? But that's a true fact about reality. Animals indeed scream when they get tortured and killed. That's just a fact. It's a fact. We're not making this up or anything. It's an unfortunate true fact about reality. But some people don't want us to say these true facts about reality. It bothers them. These are inconvenient truths, I guess. If a fact about your food offends you, maybe you should rethink your food choices. Yeah, when I have my banana smoothies, I'm not, I'm not offended or anything like that. Yeah, you might want to think about that. Eddie, Jules, you look like a gorilla under your shirt so it stays on. I take that to mean a lot of hair. Yeah, I'm very hairless Asian kind of thing. I see the chat is, hey Lynn, how's it going, Lynn? The chat is turning into a shirtless rave. Oh, no, this ain't gonna be a shirtless chat or anything. Sorry guys. I'm just not like those types of people that I mentioned that just say, hey, look at me. I have a YouTube channel and I take my shirt off to prove how right I am about nutrition or science, because if you have a bunch of muscles, you are automatically right. What comes out of your mouth is truthful automatically. That just complete nonsense. Eddie's got lots of hair and a little belly. Hey, I got a little belly too. I'm older. It's harder as you get older. Even if you do tons of exercise, it's really hard to have washboard abs in your post 40s and 50s. Bananas scream and suffer too, countrified vegan. I've heard that. Joe Rogan has tried to make arguments of the sort, and I've not been convinced of any of them. So far, how far are we in? 26 minutes into this Friday night live stream, and I have to say, knock on wood, veganism looks like it's going to survive unscathed another week. Let's see, we have another hour plus for people to try to debunk veganism, but I think it's going to survive. I don't think veganism will crumble and be what's the word I'm looking for? Thoroughly debunked tonight, but we'll see. Yeah, Luther, I'm not saying all nutritionists are devoid of all chiropractors are devoid of nutrition training. Just the ones that I see talking about nutrition typically don't have any kind of legitimate nutritional background. Yeah, some can. You can go to school after you get a doctor of chiropractic, or before. You could have studied nutrition, dietetics, or what have you. I'm just saying most chiropractors that I see just going off, waxing their carrots about how they're these nutrition experts and health experts really didn't learn anything beyond aligning bones and backs. Most, there's a few that have gone beyond that, but they are the exceptions, not the rule. Yeah, well, at least one more hour to enjoy being vegan, Uncle. I think we can safely say we have maybe another hour, but we will see. Gomez, please do not make fun of other vegans. Me? Did I make fun of a vegan there? I don't think I made... Let me know if I made fun of vegan. I didn't remember doing that. I have never been to a chiropractor before, but I'm not against them. If I had some kind of issue that needed chiropractor work, I would go, It's not just because I, responded to a chiropractor's bogus nutritional claims doesn't mean I'm against the whole field of chiropractic. It just means I was against what this one particular fellow was saying about plants being poison. I don't care. Again, it doesn't matter if he was a computer scientist and said the same things. I would have the same response. It wouldn't mean I have anything against computer scientists. Recovering Catholic. If I killed an animal, can I be vegan in later life? Yeah, I mean, most of us were responsible for, animal slaughter on our meals on a daily basis before we went vegan, right? Vegan is what you're doing now, not what you did before you were vegan. Oh, that's cute, Graven. Baby, you just stopped what you're doing to watch a spider crawl up the wall at the market. It was tiny and cute. See, that's something vegans can appreciate. Not to say non-vegans can't, but I think vegans are more apt to appreciate these little things like that. Yeah, so mindful, I agree with exactly told on Recovering Catholic there. Wow. Daniel, thank you for that generous super chat tip there. Can I review The Great Plant-Based Calm by Jane Buxton? Is that which person is she now? Let me I'm trying to copy and paste that. All right, got it. Let me just see what that is really quickly. Let's go take a quick look. Let's see. So that's the book, and let's see who Jane Buxton is. I don't think it's who I think it is. Let's see. Let's see what the basic gist is here. Okay, so she's saying, what if the message that a plant-based diet will improve our health and save the planet is misleading or even false? I mean, this is going to be nonsense. I mean, already she's contradicting what the United Nations has put out. They've been saying their message has not been what's that word, flip-floppy or anything like that. Their message has been extremely on point and consistent. I don't know what scientific information she has been referencing, but it's not going to be mainstream science. It's going to be some like kind of outlier studies, maybe like an Alan Savory kind of thing. But I mean, the United Nations made it really clear. I just showed it in my video yesterday that the most climate-friendly diets on the planet, ranked by the United Nations as far as greenhouse gas emissions, number 1, vegan, number 2, vegetarian. 92% or 90% of Amazon rainforest destruction. 90% of Amazon rainforest destruction is responsible is due to animal agriculture, either by clear cutting and letting the cattle roam the land, or clear cutting and growing food crops for the livestock. So I mean, there's so many examples of the horrors of animal agriculture. I mean, and to say like eating plants is bad, well, nothing is perfect. There's going to be some harm and degradation for anything, but I mean, she's got to eat plants too, right? So they're having all these horrible problems that plant agriculture is causing. Yeah, they're still doing all the responsible for the worst things that animal agriculture is causing. So anyway, I'll check it out. Thanks for that super chat tip there, and I'm just kind of already guessing where that argument's going. Why? Because I've seen it so many times before. Itzy Gomez, I misunderstood who you were talking about, I think. I was making fun of another YouTuber. No, I don't think I was making fun of. I was probably talking about that doctor of chiropractic that I responded to in yesterday's video, where he proclaimed that plants are poison and plants are punishing us for eating them by putting these poisonous anti-nutrients in them. So that's who I don't think I was making fun of him. I was, if anything, making fun of such an idea because it's so false and easily, disproven. But anyway, let's see, Tracy, what are some of my favorite condiments for jazzing up simple meal? Nutritional yeast, soy sauce, or liquid aminos. Angie's got a ton of little spices too, like say herbs de Provence and stuff like that. Stuff that's in the Happy Healthy Vegan cookbook. I haven't used peanut flour or anything like that. Yeah, Galaxy, if I can, I prefer not to buy bananas from Chiquita or Dole. Ever since the whole like COVID, I've been forced to buy a few more products of theirs, and in the past I would pretty much never buy Chiquita or Dole bananas. I prefer, my favorite bananas are at Whole Foods, their house brand, the Whole Earth bananas or something like that. I forgot what it was called exactly. It's it's their own farms or plantations. At least if you believe their literature, their workers are treated much better and paid much better. And they're produced in a much more environmentally sound way. So yeah, that's where I like to give my money to. And you can taste it. I'm not just repeating a bunch of company propaganda there. You can taste it in the product. I mean, the Whole Foods bananas are the best bananas. And I think even their conventional, the non-organic Whole Foods bananas are the better of the two. I think they're tastier and they ripen better. But yeah, sometimes I go to Trader Joe's and sometimes I'm forced to get the Dole bananas there. But yeah, Heidi likes them. Let's see, Johnny. What's this? You had this on in the background. Everyone needs to stop complaining about each other's opinion. Y'all have the right to have an opinion. Absolutely. Yeah, and Johnny, as a military person, will be defending that right for you to have it. But yeah, let's not attack people for having opinions. If you want to express your own personal opinion that might be different from mine or someone else's, do so in a respectful way. Like when I respond to, let's say, a chiropractic doctor saying plants are poison, I responded in an objective, evidence-based manner. I didn't use any personal attacks. I could have picked on his looks. I didn't. I could have picked on so many things about him personally. I didn't, because that's irrelevant. You know, he could be the most beautiful or the most unattractive, the youngest or the oldest person in the world. It's irrelevant. All that matters is what he said, the truthfulness or lack thereof of what he said. So that's what people need to do. Don't attack people's personal attributes. Attack their arguments. Attack their facts and reasoning. But don't attack people. Okay, the peanut powder, I didn't realize it is used in one of Angie's recipes in a peanut sauce in the cookbook. Okay, in the Happy Valley Vegan cookbook. Yeah, I didn't realize she was using a peanut powder there. Elena, hi Ryan. I was recently watching the Plants Are Poison. I provided a link to a local radio show that might interest you. It's from a few days ago entitled, let's see where your next post is. I'm looking for you there, Elena. I'll keep my eyes open for part 2 of your post there. Let's see, Griffin babies, you have a plant called the devil's backbone. Of course you would have that, right? In your backyard. At night it gets covered in tiny baby lizards. It's so freaking cute to watch them sleeping. Wow. The lizards sleep on the plant, the devil's backbone plant? That is amazing. Hey, Uluwali Blue, I didn't see you until now. Welcome. If I missed you, I'm sorry. What are you saying there? Opinions. Like, plants feel pain. Yeah, or Trump really won. Stuff like that. Stuff that's easily disproven. I don't want to get too political with the latter half there. But yeah, plants feel pain. Easily disproven. You know, yeah, you can have an opinion. Joe Rogan is welcome to have an opinion about that. And I'm not going to say he's stupid or something for having that. I think he's foolish and just misguided to say such an utterly easily disproven thing because based upon a book that we have here, it's from like the 60s or 70s, The Secret Power of Plants. It's, you know, it's fun, but it's not like science or anything like that. Anyway, okay, Tracy wants to saying vegan Saxon still waiting on that proof that plants are sentient. I must have missed vegan Saxon. Damn it! Hey, don't get all ass like here, bro. Tracy or someone can someone paste his last post here, and I will try to answer it. I'm sorry I didn't see it. Okay, my bad. Again, I'm not omniscient. I don't see all, but I try my best. And you know, if I didn't see your question, don't take it personally, bro. Don't type in all caps and scream at me. We will get to it. All right, just don't leave. And I want to answer your question, Saxon. I honestly really do. I want to get to your question. So if Tracy or Uncle, one of our moderators, can repost his question, or Saxon, if you can, if it's in your computer or phone memory, just paste it again. I'm looking for you right now, bro. All right, I'm not avoiding you. Hey, Jason, thank you, Jason de Russell, for your very generous super chat tip there. Thanks, much appreciated. Ryan, what up? What are my favorite vegan whole food protein sources aside from beans or tofu? If you're ever in Pasadena, hey, we go there sometimes. You'll buy me a juice. Awesome. Well, actually, not to be a big promo whore, but you guys know every day I have like 15, 20 grams of protein from the duckweed in the Clean Machine Green Protein. That's a whole food source. It's ground up, but it's not a processed food or anything like that. So I just had some high protein tofu for lunch too. But yeah, that's my favorite source, to be honest with you. I love it. I love having my smoothies with that Clean Machine Green Protein. In fact, I'll paste you a link to it. Actually, they're having a cool sale right now. Let me paste you the link to their, yikes, where did my notes go? 1 second, guys. Where are they here? They're having a buy one, get one free sale right now. Oh, where'd it go? Oh, man. 1 second. I thought Saxon just posted this thing there, too. Okay, I'm having vegan brain frog right here. Okay, here's the link to Clean Machine where you can save 10%, but I'll paste their other. Oh man, my bad. I'm having a little technical issue here. So here's the link to Clean Machine, and they're having a buy one get one free. So and here's the buy one get one free. I think it's just BOGO. Ah, crap. Come on. Here it is. Use this code to get a buy one, get one free at Clean Machine. Right, here it is. BOGO722. All right, so now let's see if I can find the question that Saxon was asking. Okay, so Vegan Saxon, thanks for grabbing that for me, Tracy. Let me grab that. Do some more copy and pasting here. So we're gonna put this up on the poop wall. So all right. So first of all, I said poop. So everyone drink. Anyone who's playing along with our drinking game here. Ooh, okay. Now let's put this up on the poop wall, and we will analyze it. All right. So 1 second here, guys. Got to do a lot of computer work here to get this happening. I wish I had more hands and arms. That'd be really cool. All right. So anyway. Vegan Saxon, you separate your name out here. Every time TR wind blows, I see trees swaying in the wind. They are moving all by themselves. You're joking, right? You want me to explain how okay, make sure I got this right, guys. Am I missing something? So you're saying the wind blows the trees. So why are they moving? Because the wind blew them. Am I missing something? Just tell me, am I missing something? Is that what you're saying? You're wondering why when the wind blows the trees move. It has nothing to do with the wind blowing them. Let me know what you're getting at here, because I don't understand. Do you guys, am I misunderstanding this or not? You guys help me out here. Let me know if worst argument against. So you're trying to say the trees are sentient. So if there's no winds, the trees are still. But when the wind starts blowing on them, they start moving. Therefore, the trees are sentient. Is that your logical argument? So put it again. If you see wind blowing the trees around, that is proof that the trees are sentient. It would just could prove that they move. Having sentience doesn't mean you have the ability to move, it just has awareness. You could have no movement whatsoever, like be in a coma or something like that, whatever. You might not have any way to be ambulatory or move and still be sentient. Anyway, I think this is just a joke and a troll, and we'll move on. But anyway, I'm glad you guys like that one. Oof. I think we survived, though. I think veganism survived yet another debunking there, right? What do you guys think? You think veganism is going to survive one more night here? We'll see if we get through tonight with veganism intact. We will see. Graven babies, water feels pain too. Have you seen the waves in the ocean? Yeah, there you go. Water must be sentient, right? Because when the wind blows water, like plants, they both move, right? So water is sentient. Trees are sentient. Water is sentient. A piece of plastic. I saw like a water bottle being blown by the wind, just being pushed down the street. That plastic water bottle must be sentient too, because the wind blew it, right? That's funny. Hey, AJ Vintage, how is it going there? Fu Man Poo, you're talking about Mahu Vishnu Orchestra. Wow, you must be my age or something. You know a lot of the bands I know. Toto Kanaba, you want to eat a jellyfish? Why would you want to eat a jellyfish for? Is there some like essential nutrient in a bivalve or jellyfish that you must eat? Just because, why not just let the jellyfish be in its ecosystem? Yeah, that poor sad bottle rolling down the street, being pushed by the wind, huh? Let's see. Yeah, thanks, AG Vintage, for pointing out. Yeah, we're all fellow cult members. And actually, on our members-only live stream, I forgot to mention this, we came up with a really good new t-shirt idea. And I still like it. I slept on it a couple nights, and we're going to make a new t-shirt on our store that says Vegan Cult Member. So just giving you a little heads up, that'll be coming out sometime in the next few weeks or so. I don't know. I don't want to put a timeline on it, but that's the next t-shirt planned, Vegan Cult Member. So we'll let you know when that's out. Uncle, you saw a clip of Joe Rogan being a dick to a woman? Primatologist who called in to correct his misinformation about an ape. So yeah, that's what an unenlightened person does. Instead of listening to and taking fact checking seriously, it instead attacks the person. Now listen to what they say. If they actually know more than you do, who do you think knows more about primates? Joe Rogan, who's had zero training whatsoever in primatology, or a primatologist? I mean, come on. If you have an expert giving you information, correcting the nonsense that you said, listen to that expert rather than make fun of them. Sounds like a complete Joe Rogan move, and why I just don't respect the guy. Pantera's doing a reunion? I did not hear about that. Yeah, Dimebag Darrell's gone. Let's see. Yeah, Galaxy, I don't understand why people try to justify killing like clams and bivalves. Just leave them alone. Like, again, are there some nutrients in them that vegans must have, without which will die? No, there's not. Then why F with them? Just eat plants. That's funny, Graven. Yeah. Dawn, yeah, I saw the headlines about Joe Rogan making a joke about shooting homeless people. I didn't watch the clip, so I shouldn't really give an opinion. But I guess I'll give a little bit of one without knowing too much more than he did it. I wish I could see the context about it, but it sounds like Joe Rogan. You know, he likes to say just controversial crap that'll get him in the headlines. It's a ploy. I mean, people have been doing this for decades, and he is the most popular podcaster, and I guess that crap works for him, saying such hateful, insensitive stuff, and he gets away with it and gets more popular. So, you know, it sucks. Johnny, is there anything we want to know about basic training for the Army? You guys can ask. My specifics were how you got through eating, but if you don't want to share that, totally cool. Brandon, what's my response to vegans who own cats? What about owning cats? I own cats. Shouldn't people avoid rescuing cats if it only contributes to the killing of more animals? Well, are you talking about like going out in the yard and hunting? You don't have to have a cat that goes out in the yard and hunts. Ours don't. They live inside. Ours were rescues. They were going to be killed, or someone else would have adopted them. We adopted them. I don't see anything wrong with that, especially since we don't send them out into the world to hunt or anything like that. Yeah, but I'm with you, AJ. I mean, even if he was just joking, even if Joe was completely joking, I know he's a comedian. I hate when people say, oh, he's a comedian, he can get away with it. No, the Joe Rogan podcast is not a stand-up comedy platform, okay? He does go on stand-up tours. He does comedy videos. That is the platform. That's the context for if you're going to say something offensive. I'm not saying you should, but if you're gonna, that is a more appropriate platform than your podcast that millions of people listen to, and they're not expecting a comedy routine. I agree with you, AJ. Bro Rogan, as a multimillionaire, or even as not, should not be talking about shooting homeless people. It just shows what an insensitive, super rich, entitled person he is. Brandon, cats could be fed all sorts of stuff. I've made a point not to recommend anything as far as how to feed your cats because I'm not a vet. I've said this many times before. I've seen from dog ownership, it's pretty much a slam dunk. Pretty much most dogs can be fed a completely plant-based diet and be fine. Cats, on the other hand, I've seen it works well for some. It doesn't work as well for others. That's why for that reason is why I don't come out and proclaim, here's what you should do as a vegan with your cat. Because say I told you to feed your cat all plants and you end up going to the vet because your cat is sick or has urinary stones or what have you, and it dies, or you pay $3,000, $4,000 for several nights of overnight treatment. I'm not going to be responsible for that. So you need to do your research research about what works for your pet. But I think you're asking in a more hypothetical way, right? You're just saying cats in general. I'm saying there's not one thing that works for all cats. Some cats I've seen do fine eating plant-based cat foods, thriving, and others not as well. So I'll leave it at that. I'm not a psychic. I can't tell you how it's going to work for your cat. So I'm not going to, and I'm not a again, why would you want my opinion? I'm not a vet or anything like that. So I'm not going to tell you how to feed your cats. I'm a vegan activist and a music producer. Yeah, or take your cat to the chiropractor, right? The chiropractor should know everything about cat nutrition, right? Because most chiropractors seem to, be self-proclaimed health experts, which I make no proclamations about. Yeah, Ryan doesn't give advice on what to feed pets. Be it a lizard, a cat, an iguana, whatever. Talk to your vet. Read books. Don't talk to me. Why would you want to ask me what to feed your pet? I don't know jack about that. I don't study animal physiology. Never have. Yeah, Tracy. Yeah, vegan cat foods have taurine and other necessary nutrients. Yes. Ex-King Felix, yeah, some need to be, but not all. I've seen many cats thrive on plant-based diets, and I'm not going to say how ours roll because, again, I don't want to make it sound like what I'm saying is what you should be doing or anything like that. Would you have a lion or tiger? Talk to your vet about that, about having such a specialized high-end pet like that. Why is it hypocrisy in veganism, Brandon? So you're saying vegans? What if vegans didn't own cats? Would you be totally cool with vegans then, Brandon? Let's just do a thought experiment. So your only problem, the single only problem you have with veganism is that some vegans own cats, and of this small percentage of vegans who are cat owners, some of them feed their cats non-vegan diets. So you're saying that is that's the only problem you have with vegans. Well, first of all, veganism is a moral philosophy. You can't force an animal to be vegan. You can't, hey, cat, you need to understand. Do you know what veganism means? Was it Brandon? Where'd you go? Brandon, do you know what veganism is? Well, I will show you. So everyone, get ready, drink up. We are going to look at the definition of veganism. All right, so let's check out the definition of veganism, because I don't think Brandon has an actual handle on what veganism is. He thinks it's some kind of perfect person, doesn't cause any harm whatsoever. So let's look at it together, Brandon and everyone else. Veganism is a philosophy and way of living which seeks to exclude as far as possible and practicable all forms of cruelty and exploitation to animals. This is something only a human probably can believe. Maybe there's aliens from outer space that have the ability to understand this moral proposition, but you can't have an animal, hey animal, do you believe this or you disagree with this? That's an impossible task. So only humans have what's known as we're moral creatures. Animals are amoral. They're incapable of morality. And as far as possible and practicable. So you're saying if you weren't vegan, and all of a sudden you go vegan, you have to feed your cat all plants, and so you have one of some of the cats who don't thrive as well that way. You're saying, so don't worry, just let the cat die or get sick. How is that violates as far as possible and practicable. So you're saying vegans, in essence, if your cat is not thriving on a vegan diet, should let it suffer and get sick and die? That's cruelty. That's cruelty right there. So, but vegans aren't perfect, Brandon, and nothing's perfect here. But you're saying that's your only problem with veganism. If so, you're almost vegan. If that's the only thing that bothers you about veganism is that some vegan cat owners are unable to feed their cat a completely plant-based diet. That's your biggest problem with veganism, Brandon. Let me know if I understand you right. King Dan, talk to a nutritionist about that. I don't know exactly how many grams of protein is what's the minimum, what's recommended. I mean, those numbers are out there. I don't really worry about that myself. I eat plenty of calories. I don't starve myself. I get a few extra 20 grams of protein at least a day from my clean machine green protein, which is duckweed basically. Anyway. Tracy, I tried to convince the blue jay outside to be vegan, but it really wanted that insect. I couldn't get it to join our cult here, huh? That's funny. Yeah, but can't convince a blue jay. Hey, wow. CDN the third. Wow, thank you so much there for your super generous super chat tip there. Oh my goodness, that might be the biggest one or one of the biggest super chat tips we've ever had ever in our live stream. So thank you so much there, CDN the third. Thank you. Have a good one. I'm having an even better one today too. So I love Fridays. I go to the gym, work on basketball, athleticism. Today I was working on dunking. My goal is to be able to dunk a big ball by my birthday. I'm dunking smaller balls right now, and hopefully I'll have one by next week. I'm super, super close now with the big balls. Anyway, that sounds weird though, huh? Anyway, thank you so much, CDN the third. That is super, super generous of you, and I appreciate that you appreciate what we're doing here have been doing here on YouTube since 2013, vegan activism, full on. So thank you so much. Evidence-based veganism too. It's the Eddie. Yeah, a little Googling. If you Google protein for a 150-pound person, 55 for a man, 45 for a woman, a good calculation you use is 0.36 grams per pound of body weight. I said these numbers and formulas are out there. I used to know them by heart a while ago, like a few years ago, and I just don't find any need to remember them because I don't calculate this stuff. I just eat a wide, diverse amount of plants. Like today we had some high protein tofu in our stir fry for lunch. I had my duckweed clean machine green protein in my smoothie this morning. So I'm having a pretty high protein day. Who knows what we'll have for dinner? Brandon, you're still talking about teeth now. One argument and cats. One argument often made about vegans that human teeth are designed not to eat meat, similar to that of a cow, aka flat teeth, and cat teeth are designed to eat now by having a cat. So let me ask you, Brandon, let's just say, for instance, that we could solve this vegans who own cats problem that you're pointing out here. This problem for you. It's not a problem for me, but let's just say that could be solved, okay? Let's just pretend in an alternate universe this has been handled. Like there's no vegans who own cats, or all vegans are feeding their cats really good vegan supplemented cat food. Let's say we can fix this problem. Is that your biggest problem with veganism? Is that some vegans own cats? Is there anything else? Say we could get you over that hump, is what I'm saying. Then you're on board. Veganism is totally cool, right? You're going to give a thumbs up if we could get over that single problem that you have in your mind. So let me know if you're on board with veganism, if we can fix that. Crazy Vegan, love what you're doing. Been watching for years. Thank you. Johnny, shooting the M4 was pretty fun. I don't know what M4 is, but that sounds pretty intimidating. Yeah, Eddie, I'm like you. I don't pay attention anymore. I don't track my macros or anything like that. Protein, fat, carbs, I don't care. I eat a lot of calories and I'm good. Let's see. Hey, is Farmed and Dangerous here? I didn't see Farmed and Dangerous here. Or are you referring to Farmed and Dangerous? Are you here, Farmed and Dangerous? Let me know if you're here. But yeah, good point, Tracy and VLAM. If Brandon is, you're already vegan. So Brandon, are you aware about lab-grown meat? What do you think about vegans feeding their pets that need to eat meat, lab-grown meat? What do you think about that? You totally cool with that? Farmed and Dangerous is here. Awesome. I didn't say framed and dangerous. If so, we'd hit the bell and I'll drink again. But anyway, what do you think about lab-grown meat as a solution to this problem? And you're already vegan, so you're mad at vegans. If I understand you right, Brandon, you're already vegan, but you're upset with vegans who are forced to feed their pets like, you know, like animal products, even though like some, like I said, some of these pets don't thrive on vegan diets. Some do. Some cats do great. Some are, you know, great on a vegan diet, but some are not. I've noticed there's more variability amongst cats than there are dogs as far as eating all plants. So you're saying the unfortunate vegans that are forced to feed their pets a non-vegan diet, you're mad at them, right? You're upset with them. You think they're hypocrites and they're bad people or something like that. Well, Brandon, here's the whole thing. I just find it to be one issue with. I just find that to be one issue within veganism. So let me know what your others are. The intention of doing less harm to animals, and by having a cat only causing more harm by strictly feeding cats meat or something. Well, here's the thing, Brandon. Let's just say example like our cats here. They're rescues. If we didn't bring them home, let's just say, I'm not even tell you how we feed them because I don't want to get in that whole can of worms. Well, just say in this thought experiment, they are not fed a vegan diet, our rescue cats. So just say that. I'm not saying that's true or false. Let's just run with this idea here. Well, they were, you know, at a rescue, someone else would have rescued them, and most likely those people wouldn't have been vegan either. So I'm saying just the fact that the cats exist and were up for adoption, someone else would have been doing the harm. So if you're talking about harm reduction, which I don't think veganism is, it's a natural byproduct as an overall movement. It's going to be less harm, but anyway, it'd be the same amount of harm because if they'd be feeding them the other owners who would have adopted the cats would have been feeding them a non-vegan diet anyway, so there wouldn't be any reduction in harm. The only way to really reduce the harm, I guess Brandon would say, kill the cats. So and that brings up its own moral questions too. Like vegans you're saying vegans should advocate for killing some animals, and some animals shouldn't be. See, it opens up a lot of tricky ethical questions. I'm not saying you're right or wrong. I'm just going, it's a very complicated issue. We can get into it some more, but I'm not sure how far down the rabbit hole you want to go down. Yeah, Emily's saying, but he's saying, yeah, it would be acceptable to kill cats. But I'm saying, even if they didn't, like our cats were where we got our cats at, it wasn't a no-kill part of the rescue. They couldn't be killed. So our cats, it was not on the table that they were going to be killed. They were going to be adopted out one way or another. So if we didn't adopt them, someone else would, and odds are that those people aren't vegan. So there'd be no change in harm, Brandon. If you're rescuing cats, there would be the same amount of harm. It'd be equal. Yeah, Graven babies, no, do not kill cats, dear Lord. Yeah, it's weird how you have some vegans, like I think Brandon is here, I don't want to put any words in Brandon's mouth, but I see there is a school of vegans who are advocates for killing other animals who are on their naughty list. Animals like cats and lions and tigers who hunt wildebeest and gazelle and stuff like that. Eagles who scoop up rats and stuff. There's a school of vegans who are advocating like, oh, yeah, veganism means we should kill animals that are on this naughty list that we came up with. Even though none of us are like biologists or environmental ecologists, ecosystem specialists, but we have this naughty list of animals we don't like, and we want those animals to be killed. So veganism's love to kill. That's the thing. People like what Brandon seems to be advocating for here is vegans should have this campaign to kill certain animals like cats and lions. Tell me if I'm wrong. So people think, wow, vegans are all into killing animals? I thought you guys were into like not killing animals. Like, it's mind blowing. What are vegans into? You know, this is confusing. Yeah, Daniel, there you go. Feed the cats clams, huh? Feed them jellyfish. And it's vegan. No one is advocating for the killing of cats. Well, what's the alternative then, Brandon? I mean, I'm saying either, what is the alternative? Like, since you're not comfortable with their existence, what is the alternative for these rescue cats? Those type of cats are wild and they do what they do. But domesticated are a different story. Okay, I understand what you're saying. There's a distinction between, like, say, animals in the wild, like cats. I'm sorry, lions and tigers, and domesticated cats. So what are rescues? You're saying, so what are you advocating, that rescues don't adopt cats out? You're advocating that rescues kill the cats before they can be rescued? I'm trying to understand where you're going. I'm not trying to put words in your mouth, Brandon, so forgive me if I misstated your position. I'm just struggling to understand what you're advocating for. I know you have a problem with cats. So what is the solution? That's what I know. It sounds like your solution is pretty gruesome. So correct me if I'm wrong here, because I think I'm not the only one having trouble understanding what your position is here. At Brandon, why do you have a vendetta against cats? That's what we're seeing here. So I'm not the only one. Graven Babies and others are kind of getting the vibe that you are advocating that domestic cats should be slaughtered or whatever, euthanized or whatever, whatever verb it is, killed, whatever. I don't think he's messing with me, recovering Catholic. He's not the first vegan I've ever met. I've met quite a few, actually, who are pro killing certain animals. Some might have a bigger naughty list, like, Ask Yourself, Dr. Avi Vegan Gains thing. They have a pretty big naughty list. Some have a smaller naughty list, like Brandon's here might be restricted to just domesticated kind of cats. Okay, I'm glad he doesn't have a vendetta against cats. That's cool. He says he has 3 cats. All right, awesome. And what do you feed them, if you want to share? Yeah, we've been on the cat thing for a while now, Jason. Let's move on. Do we have anyone else here trying to advocate for something? We had, we had Vegan Saxon, who was advocating for the sentience of plants because they move when wind blows upon them. So let's see if we have something else here. Susan, mostly vegan people are rescuing cats that are already born. Yes, exactly. As ours were. Ours were rescues. I could see a disconnect if you were saying that vegans are breeding cats to sell. That's exploiting right there. Exploiting an animal's biology, their ability to birth new babies out and selling them. That has some big ethical vegan ethical problems there. Well, Brandon, just put this in your thought. If your cats are unable to eat be healthy on a completely or predominantly plant diet, ask yourself this. If someone else were to be the owners of your cat, say you gifted them to a friend or neighbor, which you could do, right? You could do that if the guilt is too hard for you. Ask yourself, would your friend really change what the cats are fed? No. So the bottom line is there would be the same amount of harm in the world, so there's not going to be really any difference. The only solution to end that harm is to end your cat's life. And I'm not suggesting that whatsoever. So I'm just saying there wouldn't be any difference really if you had a friend or a loved one taking care of your cats, feeding them the same thing that you're feeding them. What difference would it be other than they're not yours anymore? You can get that guilt off your conscience, but then you'd be without your cats. So you got to weigh this all out. I don't think there's a clear-cut answer, but killing the cats, I don't think you're advocating that, but yeah, it's definitely not an alternative, a viable option to consider. Oh, Johnny, you're giving us a tutorial in some gnarly weaponry there. Okay. M4 is like an AR-15. Didn't know that. Crazy Vegan, what am I using to stream right now? I made a video or 2 about this, but I'll make another one again, Crazy Vegan. I'm using Streamlabs OBS as my streaming software, and I'm using some other little things here to route audio, something called I'm on a Mac. I'm on a Mac Studio using something called what's it called? What's it called again? Caster, Caster, to route all my audio around from like web browsers, so I can play you guys videos. I can play sounds. Oops, what happened here? Yikes.
Hi, I'm Roxanne, and I'm a NutriSense user. One of the great things about NutriSense is that it...
Okay, I don't know what happened there. Yikes. Hang on one second. I'm having a problem. Okay, one second, guys. Okay, we're good now. Okay, one second, guys. This is actually wrong. 1 second, guys. 1 second. Sorry. I lost my window that has all the controls for this live stream. So 1 second. I can get it back in like 5-10 seconds here. Vegan brain frog. Actually, I just accidentally hit like the wrong direction in a browser tab. And all right, here we go. We're all good again. All right, cool. Everything's good. So, any questions? Let's move on from the cats, though. Yeah, Tracy, I'm like you. I keep our cats indoors. They don't kill any animals except the occasional fly. Yeah, one time he found a mouse, didn't kill it. He started playing with it, and I scooped the mouse up into a box and chucked it outside. Favorite chocolate bar? I don't eat too many, but I kind of remember at Whole Foods they're finding this brand called Tony Chocolonely. Any guys know what that is? They have a few vegan ones there. You know, it says vegan on it. And yeah, that was kind of my favorite, like, you know, non-boutique kind of one you could find, you know, relatively easily and doesn't, like, you know, break the bank. What did everyone have for dinner or their most recent meal? Stir fry, high protein tofu stir fry that Angie made for lunch. All right, see some good answers there, guys. Woo. Cool. You like that answer, Marco? Check it out. Tony Chocolonely. I'm not sure how to spell Chocolonely, but just type it into Google, you know, search engine. It'll, you know, come up. Uncle, what do you say to hunters? You think they're doing this great service? I mean, that's not why they're hunting. Are hunters hunting because they're like their inner motivations are environmental stewardship? No, that's just they're just bullshitting. They're just a lame excuse they're given to try to justify an inherently immoral action. Oh, I'm doing them good. You know, I'm helping the population. I'm keeping it from being killed by a wolf. You know, all these things. Like, let the wolves kill them. You don't need to. You don't know. Maybe the wolves wouldn't kill them for another year or 2 or 10. Who are you to play God and step in and go, I will kill you now before a hypothetical wolf, which may or may not exist, comes and gets you. So, yeah, they're just giving excuses. I mean, if anything, the government should be in charge of, you know, overpopulation, not guys that just want to go shoot up a bunch of crap and say, oh, we're doing it for the betterment of the planet. No, they're not. That's bull crap. PB&J for dinner. Hey, AJ Vintage. I don't have that for dinner often, but sometimes that makes a really quick and easy lunch. I almost had one today, but Angie came up with the stir fry. Farmed and Dangerous, back 200 or 300 years ago, perhaps. God, I already forgot. What was I talking about? What the hell was I talking about there 200, 300 years ago? Whoa, refresh me there, man. I guess the vegan brain frog is real. Tracy, you checked out a Thai place in town that has several vegan options and has drunken noodles. New favorite place? That's funny, Tracy, you mentioned that, because last Friday, after this live stream, Angie's saying, you know, she just went on Yelp and typed vegan and, you know, and open late, you know, like, and she found a ramen place here in Long Beach in Belmont Shore, Rockin' Ramen, Rakken. I go, wait, is that a chain? Because I remember one night when we were in Los Angeles downtown, after seeing a band play after a show, we were looking around for a late night ramen place, and yeah, found a Rockin' Ramen in Little Tokyo. So long story short, we got one, and it had, you know, several vegan options there. So long story short, we have one here in Long Beach. So that's what we had for dinner last Friday after the live stream, some Rockin' Ramen, using some of the super chat tips that you guys gave us. So maybe we'll have some more tonight. Who knows? You know, that was pretty I was stoked. Like, gee, we don't need to drive to Little Tokyo in downtown LA. Just go like 6 minutes here in Belmont Shore, and bam, Rockin' Ramen. But yeah, I haven't had any good Thai places around here that I adore yet. So AJ's got a Thai vegan place she adores, or at least Thai vegan food. Why the homicidal content? What's going on, Fu Man Poo? Who's talking about homicide? Let's see, Jason, if we're in the LA area, try Wolfie's in Highland Park. Yeah, it's really hard for us to get out to Highland Park. That's just it's just really far as the freeways and roads go. Yeah, we rarely get out to Highland Park and get the vegan fried chicken sandwich. It's amazing. We'll keep that in mind. But yeah, I don't see us going to Highland Park anytime soon. Gavin Babies, a woman fell into a pond on a golf course last week and 2 gators ate her. Yeah, you got gators in Florida. Yeah, they are scary, huh? They're definitely not vegan, huh? Super Lemon Haze, Old Pueblo vegan. I can't say I've tried that strain before, but thanks to the rec, I like, let's see, what's some of my favorite? Blueberry, let's see, Purple Kush, stuff like that. Let's see. Any more? I think anyone been asking questions that I've missed, and we haven't had really any good debunkings tonight, or attempted debunkings, and I consider that my fault. I should have been more proactive, going out into the comments of our videos and inviting more people to come here to try to debunk veganism. Still able to dunk, old man, Old Pueblo vegan. Yeah. Let's see if I can drop some video here. Let me see what I can do here. 1 second. Let's see. Let me get there. All right, let me see if I could put this into the web browser that I can stream to you guys. I can do small ball dunks, and today I was doing dunks with the big ball, like, you know, a big basketball, and they were super close. They just weren't going in. My goal is to be able to dunk by my birthday, so I only have till next Friday to reach that goal. So I have achieved it in some way. So I got the small ball dunk going on here. I just want to analyze my technique. I saw lots of things I can improve upon, my arm swing, but I got the small ball dunk going on. I just need to get the big ball happening. But yeah, thanks for asking. But I was working on big ball dunks today. It's tougher to jump with a big effing ball in your hands. It's like you can't swing your arms as much. Like, this is a well-known fact amongst basketball players. You know, you can jump way higher without anything in your hands. Once you have a ball in your hands, you're losing some inches there. But anyway, I'm working on it. I had really good results today with my jumping practice, and hopefully it'll all go down next week, Tuesday or Friday. So anyway, thanks for asking. Is Angie here? Angie B's here? Hey, save the plants? Wait, what's going on? Cool, Jen. Yeah, not bad for a 55-year-old to dunk with small balls. You know, I have several different size small balls that I practice with. I mean, I didn't invent this. This is something I see dunk trainers do. They train different size height rims. They use different size balls. So now I'm working on the big ball. So yeah, not bad for a dude that's about turned 55. You know, yeah, either way, I'm happy. I mean, at least I got some dunks in with the small balls, but my goal is to get the big ball in. But it's just I had to relearn how to like carry the ball and swing it up. It's not easy. I mean, it's a lot of technique there. It just looks so effortless when you see like pros dunking, but it's because they've been doing it for so long. It looks effortless, you know. But it's trickier to jump with the ball up, to get your vert and bring a big weird ball with you. You're trying to troll me. How could you troll me? Because I know you. Old Pueblo vegan. I'm 6'4.5" with no shoes on. Like right now, I'm barefoot with my basketball shoes in. Yeah, on. I'm sure I'm 6'5" at least, maybe a little bit over that. Thoughts on truck nuts? What is a truck nut? I see Angie's answering a lot of really good questions right now. Yeah, I'm taller than average, that's for sure, ex-King Felix, but I don't consider myself that tall. I mean, if you like compare myself to like, say, like real basketball players, like, you know, college and pro, I'd be one of the shorter guys on the team. I wouldn't be the shortest, but I wouldn't be in the taller half, let's say. I'd be in the shorter half. But yeah, I'm tall, but not like outrageously. I like my height. If I was any taller, it'd be harder to find clothes that fit and just be awkward just being so much taller than everyone. I like my height. I think if you're gonna be tall, this is the most comfortable tall, you know, 6'4.5". I definitely don't want to be 6'7" or 8", even though I'd be dunking then. I just need another like half inch or inch to flush the big ball down. But I don't want to be able to, I want to be able to find clothes and, you know, fit in cars and stuff like that. I'm just saying I'm not that tall, Jason. I'm not, yeah, 6 foot's tall. I agree. 6'1" is tall, but I'm not that tall. And people say, wow, you're so tall. Like, no, I see really tall people, and those guys are tall. If I see a guy at 6'7", I go, bro, you're tall, you know? I'm like, you know, the size of a lot of NBA guards, you know, the shortest position on the teams. Yeah, I'm also, over a foot taller than my wife, Angie. So if I were any taller, it'd be really outrageous. It's cool. She like fits right under my chin. It's perfect. We're like a Tetris Lego puzzle or something. It's perfect. Yeah, Shaq is tall. Shaq is a 7-footer or 6'11". He's freakishly tall. Oh, you're same height as Angie, Graver Babies. Awesome. Yeah, height isn't everything. It's not like an asset for every single sport out there. I mean, 5'6" works for so many sports. You know, that's one reason why I finally stopped running seriously. You know, when I was a runner, it took me a while to realize that what a huge disadvantage I was being so much bigger, just taller and heavier than the lighter, shorter dudes in the running club. Same with surfing too. You know, it's so much better to be like shorter and lighter, lower center of gravity. You don't see too many pro surfers like my height. Yeah, there's a couple. I'm not saying they don't exist, but they are the exceptions, not the rules. The same with runners too. You know, there's a few good tall runners, but again, they're the exceptions, not the rule. Yeah, I bet Taco Fall, he's like 7'4" or 6" or something like that. That man is tall, but yeah, he's a freak of nature too. God bless. He's a really nice dude. Hey, Jason, listen to some Love Spirals Downwards tonight. Awesome. Hopefully you heard the new Love Spirals song, The Call, right? Let me know, Jason, if you heard it. Sounds a bit like Love Spirals Downwards in the sense it's very shoegaze and, you know, it sounds kind of like very 90s. Let me know if you want the link to that. In fact, I'll just go grab it anyway. Let me go grab it. Let's go find it. Let's see. YouTube. Let's see. Love Spirals. The Call. Play a couple seconds of it. Oh, I love you too, Slurpee. Thank you, Slurpee Burpee. Oh, does Jason like house songs? Yeah, we're making we just finished a new house song. Speaking of which, we go from shoegazer to house. We're little, you know. Let me paste the link to our vid. Oops. Sorry about that. Oops, I'll keep it playing. Let me. There's the link to our vid. Not mute. Music. Vid. Here. Anyway, that's our latest, so check that out if you haven't heard our latest single. The Call. Let's see. Johnny. Running is pretty easy, especially for the military. The military wants you to run a 7-minute mile pace. I don't think I ever ran a 7-minute mile, Johnny. See, it shows you. I even, when I was hardcore runner, I don't remember, or maybe I couldn't do 6-minute miles. I think it was 6-minute miles, to be honest with you now. It's been a while. I have to look at my Strava data, that website for runners and stuff. But anyway, I think it was a 6-minute mile I was trying to break. I couldn't do that. 7-minute mile, I remember now. That's tough. Yeah, I can do those in tempo runs. But what's the fastest you've done? Were you able to beat a 6-minute mile? Cool. I'm glad you guys dig the music there. Awesome. Cool. I think I fixed it, right? Tracy, thanks. Yeah, vegan brain frog, Hey, Tracy, you got to go? Awesome. Tell Will we said hello, and I hope you guys are having a nice summer evening out there and in your neck of the woods of California there, Tracy. Good to see you. I'm glad you're able to hang out with us for nearly an hour and a half tonight, Tracy. Awesome. Good to see you. I always love when I see Tracy on. It's a special treat when Tracy is here. Graven babies. I can slowly walk a mile in 20 minutes. I'm with you on that too, Graven. When I go walking, I just chill. I just go take it in and it's all good, Cool. X King Felix, I'm glad you're liking the music. Next level post-processing. Probably the video or the audio. Oh, you're going to go for a little walk, Angie? Awesome. I'm starting to get a little hungry. I'm not sure. Let's see how long this is. Hour 26. Maybe I'll end about in half an hour. Make it a 2-hour live stream-ish, something like that. Unless we get some, really, wild debunker person on. But anyway, Ace, would I eat lab-grown meat? How about you, Ace? Would you eat lab-grown meat? Just curious. And I'll answer your question. So I want to see what your thoughts are on eating lab-grown meat. I thought I've talked about this so many times. But yeah, I'll answer the question in a second. Let's see what Ace thinks. Okay, cool. Be safe out there. Oh, it's not even dark, huh? Yeah, it's not even dark right now. What am I thinking? Yeah, it's mid-July. The audio. Yeah, a lot of processing on the audio, Daniel. Yeah, there's layered guitars. There's distortions and fuzzes and phasers and reverbs, delays. Yeah, I mess with guitar sound and then stereoizing, if that's a word, splitting it with the modulations. I'm with Gravens, though. I'm not a proponent of myself consuming lab-grown meat when it's finally out. I'm happy that the technology's here so that people who aren't eating a vegan diet or whatever, or eating burgers, meat burgers, we'll eat that instead. Way less cruelty, way less damage to our planet. I think it's a win. Cat food, since we're talking with, Brandon earlier, I think it's a win on many levels. But just because it's a win on many levels means I want to eat meat. I don't want to eat meat because it is meat. It's not similar to meat like a Beyond or Impossible burger. It is meat, just grown in a lab. So since I find meat inherently disgusting, I tell you, when I'm walking past or running past a restaurant when I was a runner, I see people eating meat, I smell the meat. To me, it's ooh, I don't sit there, I've been running 8 miles, I'm so hungry, I want to eat that steak. No, it's not even an option. To me, it's ooh, it's like poo. It's I don't look at their food and go, ooh, that's food. I look at it and go, that I gotta stay away from that. That's just gross. So even if it came from a cruelty-free source, assuming they used a cruelty-free animal serum to produce their lab-grown meat, why would I want it? Why would I want to eat something I just sensually find disgusting, just because it has no cruelty? It's I don't like to eat, say, durian or something like that, Hey, Farmed and Dangerous, thanks for the super chat tip there on Streamlabs. What gave us the idea to call our group Love Spirals? Basically because my previous band was Love Spirals Downwards, and we kind of broke up, and Angie and I started making music. I was still under a contract to a label, and And we had lovespirals.com already, and they wanted another like Love Spirals downwards. I said, ain't gonna happen, bro. We're broken up. Me and Angie are making music now, so we came up to the compromise that it would be Love Spirals, and that's how our name got chosen. It wasn't like our first choice or anything like that, but here we are. All these years later, we're stuck with Love Spirals. You know, I guess it could be worse names to be stuck with. You know, it's cool. Hey, Twisted Yoga Girl. Good to see you, Twisted Yoga Girl. X King Felix. Am I using tape? No, I don't use any tape. Thanks for saying that, though. That sounds analog-y. No, I just have good gear, you know? What can I say? I mean, if you're a music maker, a music producer, or a budding producer, one of my tips is to get a really good signal chain. Assuming you still record things with microphones. A lot of people just use sounds. They never record any like vocals or guitars or anything like that. Get a good signal chain. Get a really good microphone or two. Get a really, really good preamp. Like, studios have all this stuff, but they have like a whole bunch of them. You don't need to record 20 things at once. You don't need to record a drum kit. Get a good mic, get a good a good compressor, preamp, and really good converters. I think that's part of the good sound we got too, is that the analog to digital converters I have are really nice sounding. Let's see. I don't know, Yoga Girl, about my thoughts about Jane Goodall and her speech about reducing the human population 90%. I'm not aware she said that. I'll check it out to see if that's true. I don't know how that would occur. I mean, she's probably stating that I'm guessing mathematically it would make sense that our impact on the planet would be more in equilibrium or just better. But I can't see any ethical, practical way of making that happen. AJ Vintage, yeah, it's vegan zombies like me. He looks at meat the same way he looks at his wallet. He wouldn't eat either one. Yeah, wallet, I say poop, you know? His thing is poop. I mean, yeah, either way, I wouldn't, yeah, I see meat as poop. They are not options of like, shall I put any of these things into my body? Like, it's not even given any consideration. Hey, Kurt, live chat is going good. Thanks for asking. X King, yeah, I know our planet is way overpopulated, but any plans to try to actively reduce that as far as like 90% is going to involve something extremely horrific. Wow, I never heard that band, Uncle. That's a cool name for a band. To Redbird 1, lab meats sounds distinctly unhealthy. I mean, I don't think it's any less healthy than like non-lab grown meat. It's identical to. It just doesn't have the cruelty, the extreme cruelty inherent in it, but it still has the same composition as far as like, you know, cholesterol, fats, saturated fat, stuff like that. So I don't think it's any worse as for you. It's the same. It's still a carcinogen, a group 2A carcinogen. Jason, what do we think of responsibly sourced honey? First of all, I'm not sure what responsibly sourced honey is. Can you tell me that? And I'll give you my answers, but first, like, give me a definition so I don't have to, like, imagine what that means. Tell me, what is responsibly sourced honey? Just kind of curious. Jane Goodall isn't vegan? I didn't realize that. I don't know too much about her, to be honest with you. Okay, I guess lab-grown meat wouldn't have any added hormones, but you can already buy meat without any added hormones, right? Like grass-fed beef or whatever, I guess, right? Not advocating anything. I'm just saying it's already out there, isn't it? But yeah, just don't even eat it. Like, what's the point? You don't need to eat meat, so why would you want to or need to eat lab-grown meat? Oh, Mrs. Pooh is home, Foo Man? Awesome. Tell Mrs. Pooh I said hello to her. Gonna go be social in a minute. We'll tell her Ryan of Happy Holly Vegan wishes her a welcome return home, Mrs. Pooh. Okay, so according to Jason, so-called responsible beekeeping, the beekeepers do their best to keep the bees safe, and it's like a symbiotic relationship between them. Okay, so they try to work be as nice as they could to the, maybe nice is a wrong word, but that's, you get what I'm saying. That's the gist, right? They try to be as nice to the bees as possible, working with them symbiotically. Okay, cool. So anyway, all right, guys, you know what that means. Time to drink. Get your sips of whiskey out there, your hits of whatever you want to have, and let's, oops, I'm sorry guys, I went to the wrong place again. Let's go take a look at the definition of veganism and see how being really nice to bees fits in. And I'm not making fun of the concept of being nice to bees. I'm just trying to put it into simple words here. Veganism is a philosophy, a way of living, which seeks to exclude as far as possible and practicable all forms of exploitation and cruelty to animals. Okay, so maybe the cruelty has been eliminated or greatly reduced in responsible beekeeping. Let's just give them that. Let's say the cruelty is let's just say it's non-existent. Let's say it's somehow cruelty-free. Exploitation, though, I mean, you're taking their stuff. You're using an animal, a sentient being, an animal, you're using them, their biology, to produce a substance which you take from them. Maybe you leave some for them. I'm not denying the responsible beekeepers don't leave a nice amount for them, a friendly amount for them to keep thriving. But still, you're taking the product of their work and then using it, probably to make money. Even if you're just using it yourself, you're exploiting them because you're benefiting from the work of a sentient being. And here, as far as possible and practicable, I mean, is it possible to exist without honey? Is it somehow necessary to consume honey, without which there's some essential nutrient in honey? If we don't get it, we'll be sick or ill or nutritionally deficient? No, it's not necessary to consume honey. So it is very possible and practicable to avoid honey. So I don't see any necessity there to violate the exploitation of the bees. I mean, think about it. If you're using someone to do work for you and you take the product of their work for your benefit, that is the definition, the textbook definition of exploitation. So according to the way I interpret the definition of vegan, let's drink up again, guys. The way I interpret the definition, no, I don't think honey is vegan. Again, I'm not trying to be an a-hole. This is just how I personally apply my understanding of this definition with honey. I don't see any way, even if you're the most responsible and coolest beekeeper in the world, I still don't see how you can, by definition, not violate exploiting the bees by taking their work away from them. Graven babies, yeah, honey is a bee food. I'm not a bee. If you really need a sweetener, yeah, there's plenty of sweeteners you can have that aren't honey. Honey can be consumed without guilt. Well, that's easier for you to say, Gwar. If you are fine with exploiting, if you don't see any problem with exploiting a living sentient being, taking their work away from them so you can derive some either monetary benefit or sensual benefit, if you're fine with exploitation, then you're not vegan. And I'm not saying that in a bad way. It's and you're a horrible person. I'm just saying you're not vegan. You're not concerned about exploiting animals or Anyway, let's continue on. I use agave as my main sweetener. Yeah, coconut sugar. There's so many ways you can sweeten things without involving bees. All right, so I'll ask Akasan, didn't you say you were going to come back here and debunk veganism? So I'm knocking on wood here. I've only been on, I don't think I have too much longer left on this live stream, but I made the proclamation to our viewers. I think I think that veganism might survive another week here without getting debunked. We're coming down to the wire here. There's a slim chance that veganism will just be shattered and will be no more before the night's over. But I think we might squeak by and veganism will continue to be. But anyway, if you have a debunking, Akasan, I thought you said you were going to come back and debunk it last week, and unless I'm confusing you with someone, but I thought that was you. Let me know if you want to try to debunk veganism tonight. And if you do, let's hear your argument. Let's hear your example. Why is veganism null and void or false or whatever debunked? We want to hear it. Dawn, the bees would make honey anyway. That still is no justification to exploit them. You're taking their work away from them. That is exploiting. Say, Dawn, you worked, whatever, you built widgets, all right? So you built widgets 8 hours a day. And every day some guy comes and takes half your widgets. Well, you'd be better off if you had your full 100% of widgets. Why should you be left with like an arbitrary 50% or so of your widgets, whatever the human wants to leave there for you? That's exploiting. They're taking the product of your effort, your work, and taking it away from you and using it for their own personal selfish purposes. That's exploitation. So yeah, why is it say so they leave some for the bees? The bees are still being exploited. You haven't gotten around the whole exploitation issue. Kurt, what are my thoughts of saying the fat you eat is the fat you wear? Hey, I'm not a nutrition expert or anything like that. You can get fat eating any kind of food, any kind of macronutrient combination. If your body requires, say, 2,000 calories a day for your basic metabolism and exercise, but you're consuming 4,000 calories of high carbs, you're still going to put on weight. It's not like carbs are magic or anything like that, or fat or protein. If you're over consuming your calories, you're going to put on weight. It's easier to do so with fat because it's more calorically dense, so it is a little more guilty just in that regard. But there's nothing inherently, from what I understand, like going to make you fat because you eat fat or anything like that. I know that where the saying McDougall originated that, and there is some truth to it. I'm not denying it, but I don't think it's for the reasons a lot of people believe. Just because fat is approximately twice as calorically dense as carbohydrate or protein. Uncle, your employers all exploited you. See? There you go. Hey, Annoyed Aussie. Good to see you. Let's see. Kurt, yeah, just answered your question there about the fat you eat is the fat you wear. The bees, yeah, I don't think they're able to go on strike and use any of their striking power as leverage. Pony Rida, what do I think about dog baiters? I honestly don't think much about dog baiters. Like, what about dog baiters? There's some particular practice. Like, in general, though, I'm not pro dog breeders. I'm not pro cat breeders or anything like that. I mean, there's so many rescue animals that should be rescued before people exploit animals' biology to produce new baby dogs so that those dogs can be sold for profit. Drink. That's the definition of exploitation. Using the product of another sentient being's either work or body for your personal human benefit, that's exploitation. So yeah, I mean, inherently, I'm not pro dog breeding, but is there something particular about something specific about dog breeding you want to bring up? Or is it just my general take on general dog breeding? So Akasen said the bees can fly away if they are unhappy. Are they? Do you know what it's like to be an insect working in a colony with like thousands of other bees and the network that they have there? Are they just able to fly away? I don't know. I mean, as a human, it's easy to say that. And are bees happy? Either way, we are higher creatures than bees in the sense that we're more intelligent and we're moral creatures. And by any definition of exploitation, the bees are being exploited. So whether the bees are happy or unhappy is irrelevant. I don't know if bees have the sufficient neural capacity to experience joy or unhappiness. I don't know. You might want to ask an entomologist for his or her opinion on that matter, but the fact is we know better. We know we're exploiting them and we don't have to consume their product. It's exploitation. And we look at, hey, thank you, Atomic Vegan, for our fun tonight, be it pizza, ramen, or taco. If we do go get something tonight, it'll most definitely be one of those three, because all those are open late. The ramen place, I think, is open past midnight. The pizza place, their kitchen closes, I think, at 11:30. And the taco place we found, I think their kitchen closes around 11 as well. So if we do get some tonight, thank you, AJ. Much appreciated there, Atomic Vegan. Jason thinks the exploitation point is a winner. Cool, I'm glad you agree, because I know you brought up the question earlier. I mean, thank you. Despite Akasan's saying, well, what if the bees are cool with it? Well, how do you know? How do you ask a bee? Just because it doesn't fly away doesn't mean it's fine with that their colony is receiving or being depleted 50% or whatever of its work output. Cool, Jason, you didn't consider that. Yeah. Well, that's why I'm a philosopher, man. And so, not to say that anything bad about you, I'm a philosopher. I try to connect these dots here, so cool. Yeah, I see a lot of people give opinions as to if honey is vegan or not, but I just base it in the definition of why give an opinion. Let's look at the definition of veganism and analyze what goes on in beekeeping, even the most responsible beekeeping, and try to see if that is compatible, if these are compatible ideas, and I think not. Atkinson, okay, well, we're done talking about bees. That's not going to debunk veganism. We're just discussing a finer point. Is honey vegan or not? So if you came tonight, Akasan, to debunk veganism, again, I'm inviting you with open arms here, but you better make it quick. I've been on an hour and 47 minutes. I can't say I'm going to be on terribly much longer. I'm definitely going to make it to 2 hours, but if you want to try to debunk veganism tonight, Akasan, you better get it going now. Farm to dangerous, yeah. If bees didn't mind you taking some, they would just wrap it up in cute little jars, little bee-operated road stand. Here, sell it, and then they would be exploited. They would be benefiting themselves. What benefit do bees have by humans taking a certain product, a quantity or percentage of their work? How does that help the bee colony? How does it help bee life that humans are taking their stuff, the work, away from them to sell and do whatever they're with? How does that make the bee's life any better? How are bees benefiting from that? But humans are benefiting from it, making money off bee biology. Philosophy is much more than that, old Pueblo vegan. That's kind of a joke about philosophy. How many angels can dance on the head of a pin? Let's see, Sam, sometimes the queen gets fed up and leaves, then the other bees follow. This is why beekeepers cut the wings of queens. I've heard about that, to your knowledge. Yeah, I assume you're not a beekeeper, but I've heard all those things that you've said there before, too. Yeah, that's evil, and that is exploitation. To cut the wings off the queen bees so they don't leave. Why? Why wouldn't they want the queens to leave? Oh, because it would affect the honey output. Oh, but, the bees are being exploited, So it shows you that beekeeping is inherently exploitative. Let's see. So as we wait for Akasan to try to debunk veganism, let's look for some more questions here. Yeah, Aaron, we had a $100 bomb tonight, $100 super chat tip there. I don't know if Angie saw that. I got to mention that too. Yeah, we definitely, between that and last few tips we got from Atomic Vegan and Farm to Dangerous, we could definitely have a humble little like taco night or ramen night, not even come close to like depleting that. Can I not see your argument, Akasan? I'll scroll up. Does anyone see Akasan's argument? Because I am personally not seeing it, but I will scroll up and see if it's missing or not. I don't see anything, bro. Type. Can you copy and paste it, or can someone else copy and paste it for me? I don't see anything, bro. Yeah, let me see it. Or Uncle, do you see it? Does anyone see his argument? Yeah, Uncle, taking a percentage of the bee's honey sounds a bit like the mafia, huh? I'll cut your wings off if you don't. We're going to take 50% of your output, and if you don't like what we're doing, we're going to cut your wings off. It's totally exploiting. Oh, Age, I didn't know wasps make and eat nectar. Interesting. Akasan. Okay, so you're saying the U.S. government does not support veganism? All right, let's put that on the poop wall. All right, guys, so it's time to drink. Let me see if I can copy and paste it here. How is that debunked veganism, though? You got to make a better case there. All right, so that was our first poop wall. Let me get it up here. Okay. All right. The U.S. government does not support veganism. Okay, that's a statement. Let me help you out here. I guess you probably haven't had too many philosophy or critical thinking classes. That's not a conclusion. It's a premise at best. Maybe the U.S. government doesn't support veganism. If the U.S. government doesn't support something, then that thing is false. Therefore, veganism is false. Something like that would be an argument. It's a really bad argument, but it seems what I just produced there is like a valid argument. So you got to give us more than that. Okay, I'm not like just support it. In what way? Like so what? Like what do you mean? All right, let's just say that's true. I'm not sure what you mean support in what way, like financially or morally, spiritually, or but anyway. Let's just say that was true. Whatever he means by support, the U.S. government doesn't offer any of that to veganism. Okay. So what's the next point here? My freedom. Oh, here's the next one. Okay, let's get that up here. He's trying to produce an argument, so we'll see if this is an argument or not, or is it just kind of like flinging poop on the wall? We'll see. Okay, the U.S. government, what you're saying, who is responsible for my freedom, is that what you're trying to say here, does not support veganism. My freedom, which comes from the United States government, which doesn't support veganism, depends on animal exploitation. Okay, and then therefore what? What's the conclusion? Or is that your conclusion? Is that your conclusion there? My freedom depends on animal exploitation. Is that your argument here? Is that complete? All right, what do you think, guys? What should we say about this? So what do you mean by support? I'm not sure if, like I said earlier, in what sense support? Like support's like, hey guys, veganism's cool. We love you guys. Like that kind of support, like give us a high five. Yeah, vegans, F yeah. Continue on the fight, guys. Or support like they give us money. Like, hey, you're vegan. Here's $1,000 a month. Do with it as you please. Universal basic income, UBI, have fun. Like, in what sense of support are you talking about? Because support is an ambiguous term. It doesn't really mean anything unless you specify what that support is. And I know you're being quick here. I'm not bagging on you. I'm not saying you're doing something wrong. Okay, so now you change it to military. Okay, so we have to change your first premise here. You're not talking about the government like the IRS and the SEC and the FBI. You're talking specifically about the military. So let's change that. That's a different nuance on your argument here. So let's check it out here. The military doesn't offer vegan options. Hey, Johnny Bravo, are you still here? Because Johnny Bravo, one of our longtime viewers, just got back from basic military training. So anyway, I know for a fact that people who I know personally who were past boot camp, who were in the military for many, many years, were able to be vegan in the military. So yeah, maybe in boot camp, Johnny didn't elaborate too much on what boot camp was like. So you're saying, but I know you can, post boot camp, you can be a vegan in the military. So you're saying the military doesn't offer vegan options? What do you mean vegan options? Don't they have potatoes? Don't they have like French fries? Don't they have cabbage and celery and stuff like that? Because vegan option just means plants. So I don't think the military offers only food that has animal products. Is that right? What do you guys know about this? I'm just speculating here. Yeah, good point, Emily. Yeah, GMO corn, government subsidies, and it's mostly used to feed livestock. Johnny went to bed. Oh, okay. And if it's true they don't have any vegan options, that should change too. But I tell you, I have a friend, I don't want to mention her name, served in the military, was vegan. You know, she did her time, left. You couldn't go vegan on a battlefield? I don't know. Have you ever been on a battlefield? How is the food transported to the battlefield? What food do they bring to the battlefield? I don't know. Do they have a line that you stand in the battlefield? I mean, this just sound like hypothetical situations without any substance here. But let's look at the argument though. So you're saying just because the military, let's just say that were true. Let's just say if you were in the military, you can't be vegan, which I know is false because I said I've known people personally in the military, Marines at least, that were vegan. My freedom depends on animal exploitation. No, it just means that the military offers, if this is true, doesn't offer vegan options. Does that make it right? Would our military be just as strong if they put a few more potatoes in the menu and they put a few more broccolis on the menu? How would that affect our freedom if they put a few more plants on the menu? But that's funny, huh, Jason? Oh, a battlefield, though. Angie B's house, poop wall already. Yeah, poop wall. I mean, here's the poop wall sound here. Meaning I couldn't do it, GWAR baby? I couldn't be on a battlefield? I don't think I'm prime candidate to be on a battlefield, GWAR baby, GWAR baby. I'm 55. I'll be 55 years old. I don't think the U.S. military has any people in their 50s fighting on a battlefield. Especially ones that are like 6'5" and nearsighted. I don't think I would be on a battlefield, GWAR baby. Correct me if I'm wrong. If you're 55, could you be on a battlefield of the United States Army? Let me know. I'm just going off what I know, what I think I know. Why would they give soldiers bad food? Like, what's bad? Like, a potato is bad food? Rice is bad food? Broccoli is bad food? I mean, these are vegan options. So you're saying the military does not have any potatoes. If you go into the military, you're on the carnivore diet or something, that there's no plants whatsoever? That sounds like complete nonsense. Oh, you're not talking about me, GWAR baby. Okay, vegan on a battlefield. Okay, I'm just saying, I don't know. I have no idea what they serve on a battlefield. Does anyone know? Has anyone in our live stream ever been on a battlefield? And if so, describe this whole how the food is transported there, what kind of food is served on a battlefield. I have no idea. I don't think anyone here does either. Emily was in the Army in the 1990s, vegetarian at the time, always found something to eat. Thanks for sharing that. See, it supports what I said earlier about a friend of ours in the 2010s serving in the Marines here in California was able to be vegan. Lynn, the military has plenty of rice, oatmeal, peanut butter, and potatoes. Your sister is living proof you can live in the army as a vegan. Thank you, Lynn, for sharing that. So I'm not sure what Akasan is saying here. The vegan does not offer vegan options. Well, they do. They have oatmeal, rice, peanut butter, potatoes, just to name a few there. So Akasan, your first premise here isn't really holding up all that strongly based on my personal friends' experience, what people in the military say they eat. They don't just serve meat and butter and eggs in the military. Last time we checked here, they do offer plants as well. Let's see, AJ Vintage saying PETA member Ryan Dudley was fed vegan food all through boot camp and basic training. So again, there goes that first premise that the military does not offer vegan options. It just sounds like, what do you think, Akasan? Not anecdotes? So Akasan, are you saying that these people are lying, that they were vegetarian in the army? Are you saying they're lying that the military offers food such as peanut butter, oats, and rice and potatoes? Are you saying that is just crazy talk? They are lying. These people are liars. Is that what you're telling me, Akasan? That it's a complete just nonsense lie that you can eat potatoes and oats in the army? You're saying this is just nonsense. Let me know. Yeah, Jason, that kind of counts, I think. Akasan, okay, vegan, things must have changed since your time. Yeah, things are probably different now in the 2020s than they were whenever you may have been in the military, but I'm sure they still had oats and potatoes and rice and peanut butter, right? I mean, these are just staple foods and have been staple foods in a kind of standard American diet, foods that happen to be vegan, as long as you don't put butter on the potatoes or, whatever. They don't serve that for everyone. Okay, so maybe Akasan, maybe you should change your first premise to say it's not everyone could be vegan in the military. Is that what you're saying? If that's so, maybe that's true. Maybe when you're in boot camp, you can't be vegan. I don't know, but I know people post boot camp who have been vegetarian and vegan. Yeah, Dre, Ryan does work secretly for big broccoli and big potatoes. I'm on the secret payroll for those sinister organizations, and that's why I mentioned them. Mostly veal, so that's what they eat in the military. They just serve up veal. Are you joking now? I think you're trolling now. So you're saying anyone here in the military or have a friend or family in the military that the primary food fed to people in the military is veal. I find that extremely hard to believe. Yeah, Joseph, that's one thing I like to say all the time here, Joseph Logan, that we don't need to consume animal products in order to just not only be alive, but to thrive. Big Broccoli sounds like a great rapper name. You're absolutely right about that. I like that. I like that, Big Broccoli. Yeah, me too, Jason. Even when I wasn't vegan, I never ate veal because I already knew that was disgusting and extremely cruel. And if you can find veal to be disgusting and extremely cruel, once you see the cruelty in that, you can see the cruelty in pretty much any animal product, especially any meat product. The Navy veals. Oh my goodness. What's that, Noid Aussie? The military will attend to religious beliefs these days, can get kosher or halal. So I would expect that maybe they can give you vegan. If they can't get you an Impossible Burger, just pile up the rice and potatoes and broccoli. All the companies or industries that I'm secretly being paid to promote. Good question, V. I don't even know how to answer that one, even looking at the definition of vegan. I guess technically it can be considered vegan because if you're harming or exploiting, we're talking about animals in the sense of usually veganism is not referring to humans when they refer to animals, but I guess an argument can be made that humans are part of the animal kingdom and humans are capable of being exploited. So yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting philosophical question for sure. 2 Redbird 1. MREs. Is that an exemption or hard? But that can work too. We swapped and traded all the time. Oh, okay, cool. Oh yeah, I showed the definition again. Ding. Take your drinks. I forgot. I just showed the definition there. Drink up, guys. I know some of you guys are trying to get out of drinking.
This is bananas.
Oh yeah, I have a new one here. Check this out.
This is bananas.
You guys recognize that?
This is bananas.
I got all sorts of cool sound effects, man. I'm taking our live stream to a whole new level now. Okay, there have been efforts to make vegan military exemptions available. Is that what that is? That's from the doctor shows. You got that. They said it again.
This is bananas.
Anyone know what this one's from?
Ha ha, take that, vegans. The doctor said meat's healthy for me.
Bonus points if anyone knows who that is. I'll do it one more time.
Ha ha, take that, vegans. The doctor said meat's healthy for me.
I can make it shorter too. I can just do this.
Ha ha, take that, vegans.
Just that. Take that, vegans. Anyone who know who that is? Your dad? It's your dad, huh, Aaron? You're right. I sampled your dad there. You're totally right. Yeah, you guys got it. It's an old Vegan Gains clip, like from the earliest year, like the first year of his channel. I've copied that. I've used that video of him saying that a few times in videos too. Just, yeah. And there's also this sound too for the poop ball, you know, but anyway. Yeah, I'm not saying, I'm not promoting him or anything. I just love that sample. I just think it's really cool. It sounds like your dad too, huh? Yeah, VLAM, you told me your dad is against the whole notion of not eating dead animals and their secretions at any meal. I feel sorry for you on that. I tell you, at least none of my like family and parents are like anti-vegan, you know. They're cool with it, you know, they understand. It's what I do. It sounds like Isaac Butterfield too, huh? You saw when he attacked me. When did he attack me, Jason? I must have missed that. You guys didn't tell me that Vegan Gains attacked me. Is he still upset because I'm not into their idea of hunting down all the lions and tigers and wolves and coyotes and eagles and what have you in the planet? Is that what it is? Cool, Akasan. I didn't really argue with you. We were just examining your argument. Big difference there. Let's see, how are we doing here? 2 hours. Okay, 2 hours and 7 minutes. I said I'd be on at least this long. Who said the bananas quote?
This is bananas.
Dr. Stork from the Doctor's TV show, the episode that we were on. Oh, okay, about having a debate. Well, I already kind of had that debate. Jason, talking about Vegan Gains there. It wasn't his original thinking, this notion that vegans should go out and kill all the lions and tigers and wolves and coyotes and eagles. He didn't come up with this. It came primarily from, I'm not calling them out as bad people or anything, but the idea was told to him or given to him by Dr. Avi and Isaac of Ask Yourself, who I have conversed with on my own. These guys know a lot more about philosophy than Richard. Not saying anything bad, not say he's inept at philosophy or anything. But anyway, I discussed this with Avi and Ask Yourself in private, and brought up my philosophical problems with their idea, how it led to some absurd consequences, some just consequences that are hard for them to swallow, such as they even agreed that I mean, I don't want to say anything. I'll just leave it at that. I'll just leave it at that. I don't want to, like, because they won't have a chance to respond or anything. I'll just leave it at that. But it did lead to some absurd consequences, such as that humans should be killed too, because there's no difference between humans that will continue eating meat and stuff like that. If you're going to kill a lion and tiger and wolf and coyote and eagle for continuing eating meat. How is that any different from a human who says, I will never go vegan? By the same logic, that human should be killed as well. And this is just completely, for me, where I draw the line. Like, veganism is not a terrorism movement. We are not advocating that we kill all the animals and all the humans too. This is just completely just something I just want to stay 100 miles away from. And that's why I didn't want to debate vegan gains. Not that I'm a chicken. I know exactly how to respond to the arguments because I talked to the people who told it to them. And I just don't want to give any air or light to that whole absurd thing that vegans should go out and kill everyone and kill all the animals. So anyway, yeah, that's why there's no debate. I just already discussed it with the philosophers who put it out there. Anyway, yeah, good points. Yeah, so if you're watching, Richard, that is why. No disrespect, no dissing or anything like that. I just wanted to talk to the guys who gave you the idea. So yeah, does Vegan Gain still wear his happy, healthy vegan shirt? Probably not. He probably doesn't like us now after that. Hey V-Lam, you're going to head off to the pool. I'm going to head off and figure out some dinner soon too. Ryan, I want to be as active as you are when you're in your 50s too. It can happen. Hey, you don't have to be quite as extreme as I am, like working out every day, but I just want to show people, hey, I'm not a professional athlete. I never was. I wasn't a professional athlete in high school or college or post or whatever. I'm just a dude, let himself go and still can be quite active and physical in his 50s. I'm nothing special. I don't have any special genetics or gifts or anything like that. You know, just staying consistent, working hard, being healthy. You can do it. What about starvation from disruption the global market? Any more specifics than that? Like, that's a pretty broad statement. Good point, Samuel. Even if all humans were to become vegan, right? Which it's a nice dream, huh? Lions and tigers as species still would do way less damage to life on this planet than we do. Like living, things they hunt and the overall just deleterious impacts on the environment that human existence has. Yeah, the whole life of a lion and not one piece of plastic gets thrown. You got it there. Totally true there, Samuel. Grimlock, you're a nerd who lifts 12,000 pounds every night at work. What do you do for a living, Grimlock? Wow. King Felix, you're in the best shape of your life at 56 now. Veg since 86, vegan since 2009. Well, close to my story there. Yeah, I went vegan in 2010 and now I'm about to be 55. Yeah, I think I'm in the best shape of my life now too. I wish I could play basketball against 35-year-old Ryan. I thought it was pretty good when I was 35. You know, I'd love to play myself now. I think I would beat my 35-year-old self at 101. Pretty sure. Wow, VLAM, it's 90 degrees in Hong Kong? Holy moly. And it's tropical moist there too, huh? Oh, refuse worker. Oh, okay, Grimlock. Yeah, here in Long Beach, tell me if it's different where you're at. The refuse workers load the receptacles onto the truck with some kind of lever thing. It lifts it up. They don't actually physically. They I guess they might have to lift it to set it on the machine that lifts it in there. But I noticed they don't dump the trash receptacles and recycling receptacles anymore manually, which sounds like a huge burden is lifted off, off the day in and day out grind of how much work that must be. Hey Jason, you have a good night too. I think we'll get going soon here. I'm starting to feel a little hunger now at 8:10 my time. But if you have any questions before I go, if anyone's been trying to ask me something and I haven't seen it because I'm imperfect, throw it at me now and I will answer your question before I go. I don't want to leave anyone like hanging here. So if you had something I seem to be ignoring, now is a good time. Probably next time you guys see me, I'm going to have a different haircut. So I'm going to get my hair cut next week. This mop of a mess here. I'm going to get it worked on. Get it styled a little differently. I see, now it's just so long. I just want to tuck it behind my ears all the time. I don't want to I want to have my hair hanging down my front, cover some of my high forehead. But yeah, all I can do now is just tuck it behind my ears. Yeah, well, Uncle, you live in the most delicious climate in Southern California, almost, man. Out there in Hermosa, you guys it's just a nice onshore flow there, nice natural air conditioning, courtesy of the Pacific Ocean that we don't quite get here. What's it here in Long Beach right now? Let me find out. I got my weather app here. It is... Oh, I take it back. It says 71 right now. Well, maybe we are cooler than Hermosa right now. I don't know. No, not bangs. It's just too kind of a bob kind of shape. I want a little more duty, Yeah, Grimlock must be massively strong. Either way, man, I respect to you, big time. Let's see. I'm not seeing any more questions here, huh? I guess not. If no one has any more questions, 75 in. We're at there, Grimlock. I was gonna say, I'm not sure what my next video will be. Yeah, make sure you saw my video from yesterday where I responded to the chiropractor acting as a nutrition expert saying that all plants are poison and plants are punishing us for eating them. So check that out if you haven't already. And I'm not sure what my next video will be. I will definitely be back next Friday for my last live stream as a 54-year-old. So be here for that. My birthday will be 2 days after that. The live stream next Friday, and my birthday will be on Sunday. So it'll be 2 days before my birthday. So be here for that one. That'll be, I guess, my special birthday live stream next Friday. And who knows if we'll do a midweek one or not. I have no idea how this week's going to work out. Maybe Angie and I will try to get out and do a little tiny trip for my birthday. I don't know. We'll see. Not go anywhere overnight. Just go somewhere cool. Who knows? Santa Barbara, Oceanside, San Clemente, San Diego. Who knows? Go somewhere. Bobo and Jojo are doing good. Thanks, Link. Meat is innocent, Dawn. Yeah, you saw yesterday's video. Meat is indeed innocent. All right, guys. So anyway, I think Angie said she's working on or finishing up an Angie's Animal Friends. So it's been a few weeks since Angie's Animal Friends. So that'll be out for you for sure. But yeah, I'm not sure what my next video. So meaning if you know anything or anything, if you've seen a video you'd like me to respond to, contact me. Let me know on Twitter, Ryan Lum Rocks. Let me post the link for that. Or you can just hit up Angie on Instagram and it'll find its way to me too. Damn. I can't find my links right now. I must be pretty tired. So anyway, yeah, if you see any anti-vegans spouting some nonsense on TikTok, Twitter, let me know. I'll take a look and maybe it'll be the kind of video I like responding to. So yeah, please help me. The last several videos have been courtesy of you guys, so I appreciate that. You guys are the kind of videos I like to sink my vegan teeth into, huh? All right, guys, cool. So remember, I want to say, whew, we made it through. Veganism is still exists. No one debunked it tonight, so we can all just take a big sigh of relief, take a deep breath, and know that veganism is intact and will continue to be. No one took down veganism tonight, even though we did get an attempt or two here, but none of them really had any semblance, same anything remotely like success there. All right, guys. So I want to thank everyone for watching. All our loyal viewers, all our loyal channel members. That was a fun channel members live stream on Wednesday, and we'll do another one within a month's time. And let's see. Yeah, thanks for all our moderators that have been on tonight. I know Peter, he said he was going to do some vegan activism tonight. So if you're watching later on after the fact, Peter, hey, Peter, we missed you tonight. And we missed Sarah out in her vacation in Mendo tonight. But I want to thank Uncle, who was here pretty much the whole time, and Tracy, the vegan, who was here like the first hour and a half or so. So it was good to see Tracy pop in. She does from time to time, and even Angie popped in for a second or two, so that was cool, guys. So anyway, I'm gonna figure out what to have for dinner tonight. I'm gonna go chat with Angie, and maybe we'll get something on you guys. Maybe we'll get some burritos, get some ramen again like we did last week. Either way, we're gonna eat something deliciously vegan, and it doesn't suck. All right, guys, much love to you all. Really, much love to you all. I really love spending these Friday nights with you guys, and I will be back next Friday to share some more love with you and try to defend veganism from getting debunked. All right, guys, so until next time, guys, let's remember, it doesn't suck being vegan. Bye, y'all. Much love. Hey, Sarah, just to say hi. I saw you pop on there. Hey, Sarah. Good to see you, though.